Okay, so let's do a recap of last week. What happened last time we, or not last week, what happened last time we played? We started by, I believe Meinhard was called into the office of this bugbear. And who remembers what happened after that?
Sorry. The bugbear queen wanted my daggers that I had that are special magical daggers that I didn't want to give up. And we went back and forth on her trying to first challenge me to a race that she would be able to fix to her favor because she had magic to make her go faster. And then through intimidation, I think she was just going to take them forcefully from me. And then things went sideways. Oh yeah, no, they didn't go sideways. They went because Jameson showed up and Ben, uninvited, I think, and saved the day.
Yeah, and then I remember. So then fight broke out. So she chucked a dagger at your face, and then fight broke out, and there were two two-headed giant creatures as well, right? And then I think Jameson, I think Sigmond and River showed up right as kind of the fight was breaking out, right?
Yes, I think we walked up to the door and we heard a commotion behind it. And did River command him to open the door or something? I guess something like that happened.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember. I know I charmed him eventually, but and then, well, I charmed one of the heads, and they had a little.
Yeah, we got two of the heads on the same giant got caught in a philosophical endless cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And they may still be there to this day. I'm not sure.
And then we got in, and the other one was on fire, I think. And I put out all the fires except for maybe the one on the ogre. And then Jameson just like, I don't know what you call that move he did on it, but it,
Alright, so you defeated everybody. You essentially quelled the combat somehow, some partially through bloodshed and partially through moral quandaries.
Avoidance.
Yeah. Sowing discord amongst the same person.
oh, I found a book made of cardboard. And in that book, this was on the throne that she was sitting on. The book, like, responded to me, which was interesting, but no one... Well, Sigmond thought I was crazy. It's ironic. And then I stashed that away. And then we went up. There were goblins up to the hall above us.
Yeah, I tried to provoke the goblins into attacking the bugbears, but Meinhard has so little ability to influence anybody else that failed. And then the goblin queen, or not the goblin queen, the bugbear queen, she was fought and got hurt pretty badly, and she ran away, but not before threatening that she would end up taking those daggers away from me.
Yeah, she had like those lightning boots or whatever and just bolted.
Yeah, she can move really fast.
And then we went and talked to the goblins. It was like a little survivor camp. A lot of them were wounded.
For some reason, when you said Survivor Camp, I thought the reality show Survivor.
Nice. No, like it was like a hospital kind of. And let's see, River shared some good berries that he pulled out from his ear to help him. And then Sigmond walked up kind of trance-like to the anvil and touched it, and then passed out for a couple hours. And all the goblins were like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Don't worry, he's having a vision. He'll be okay." And then he woke up, and oh yeah, before that happened, we basically started a religion.
Cult, religion, it's all the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I forgot we started a religion. There was about 25 minutes of religion building going on.
Does anybody remember what the commandments were?
I didn't even remember the commandments as we were issuing them. I couldn't keep them straight.
That's good. I got him. They're ready.
The goblins definitely got them.
Yeah, they have a stone tablet. Be kind to people that look like you, I think. Be kind to people that wear the same scarf as you. And Sigmond and his friends are good, but everyone else is bad. And give us your money. Something like that.
I think you added that one.
You got it 100%.
There was one more. Never interrupt meditation. That was the one you definitely added.
That was the last one, yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that one. Excellent. Jameson, you got anything to add from that?
No, I don't. I met God, but nobody else saw that, so yeah, I met God.
I like that you said no first. Anything else to add? Nothing of consequence.
Nah.
Met God, but that didn't make the list of consequence.
Well, nobody else was there to see it, so for all I know, I'm crazy.
Absolutely, for sure.
And how many of those commandments were, sourced from God himself, or you guys just throwing them out there?
God had absolutely no input on the commandment. It's interesting that you asked that. We hadn't thought about it.
I'm very happy to hear that after hearing that list.
Oh, man. Excellent. Very nice. We let me put Kozima on the map. So I think everybody should be on the map now at this point in time. I want to do things a little bit differently. I wanted to ask everybody out here, as players, is there anything that any of you would like to do to start our session?
Oh, you mean me?
No, I mean literally anybody. You never responded, so I'm just throwing it to anybody. If you want to, great. If not, I got something else. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what happens with I forget your character's names.
Meinhard.
I don't know what Meinhard did during that period where he was away from us. But whenever he gets back from that situation, Sigmund's gonna walk up to him carrying just a giant set of sacks,
So
and he's going to just
so
go
Meinhard,
ahead.
you see Sigmond approaching you with just a massive sacks, carrying him towards you.
Do you recall our deal, sir?
I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about.
You promised me that that you wouldn't try to split the maiden if I agreed to give you my share of the loot. Are you honoring that deal still, sir?
Oh, sure.
Very well. Then here is my share of the loot. And I'll drop the bags at his feet.
And how much is in the bag?
I don't. I got rough breakdown of it. I think is right. So Ben, are we taking? I think I'm taking half of that, right?
Yeah. So
And I'm just gonna do the gold parts of it, or the coinage parts of it to him.
So this giant sack, as it hits the ground, it makes like a loud like, pshing, and just like it, but it's like a thud, a large like metallic muted thud as this giant bag just boom hits the ground in front of you.
So I think I'm giving him 350 copper, 4,000 silver, 1,200 gold, 60 platinum, and is that? Was there another one after that?
I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 60 platinum, 1,200 gold, 4,000 silver, and 350 copper.
It's like Sheriff of Nottingham in Robin Hood, like with the sacks of gold, you know, as he's like, or I can't remember if it's King John, but it's just that sack, and it's just like of pure coinage that lands at your feet.
Meinhard, there's so many thoughts racing through his mind right now. Because there's no way he's going to be able to encumber himself with all this while they're going throughout this. It wouldn't be effective. So he's trying to figure out how he can keep hold of this, or whether he should just take his sacks and head out of the dungeon right now. But at this point, he's got his mind kind of set on taking those boots off that bugbear queen. And is probably leaning that way. And so he's just trying to figure out what he's going to do with this money while they're in the middle of all this.
I'd say at that point, but
Sigmund, you know what every good religion has? Some sort of how do you call it? A building or a church where there's a place within the church where only certain people can go, and you know they can store their special stuff in that place.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll tell you what.
Also,
What I need.
every time
what
somebody
I
started a
need-
sentence with, you know what every good religion has, you know it's gonna be good. Like, sorry, Dad.
What I need to really help me out with this, and I do appreciate your honoring our agreement like the gentleman that you are. But perhaps we could convince a few of the devotees that you've gathered to perhaps burden themselves with this and follow our group around so that I am free to operate in the manner I'm accustomed while they carry this with us. Do you think you might be able to impose upon them to participate with us in this endeavor?
We could have some sort of chest of all of this gold, and we could call it the Ark.
I'm just gonna throw a name out there. The first one that comes to mind.
You can
Handsome
call it
Dave.
whatever you like. I would just rather not be encumbered, but I would like for us to keep this in case we have needs of it in our future.
Handsome Dave is definitely just grabbing it at this point. I've been waiting to figure out how to be introduced back into the group, and this is definitely it.
So Handsome Dave comes up and just like goes and grabs the sack of
There's
gold.
this group of people just like looking at and talking about it, and he just grabs it, kind of ties it up and slings it over his back.
Another one of those coins, then we're just going to replace you with one of these other devotee goblins who has a little more respect for us, may I point out.
What do you mean respect? I'm holding on to this for us. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You say you want it carried? I'll carry it. I don't trust any of these goblins.
Don't you see their scarves?
Yes.
You look out over the crowd, and they all are wearing scarves. And you see, like, one person is still like handing out some scarves, and he's like, "Now remember, I made these nice for everybody. You have to wear these at all times, okay? Because we won't know you're one of the good guys if you're not wearing one of these scarves. Everybody wears a scarf." And they're all like, "Yes, yes, yes," and they're like putting it on, and they're like, one like goblin goes up to another and is like, "Oh, my scarf's a little bit longer. That means it's better, right?" And the one that is like, "Oh, mine's smaller. I don't know. It does seem that way, doesn't it?"
Yeah, you guys think you've made lives better for these group of goblins? Or are they just living for a different cause? I'm living for me, and I'm living for us, so I can hold on to this gold for us.
I think I would rather have these goblins hold on to the gold than you at this point. Their cause is us at this point, and I'm more than happy for them to have that.
Oh, okay. You want me to just take my cut then?
Yeah, does he get a cut? I'm not sure what how the gold was divided.
I don't know either.
You see, as you're thinking about that one, the goblin that is handing out the scarves comes up to you, Handsome Dave, and is like, "Oh, and here's your scarf. Oh, sorry, I didn't notice. You're not. I guess. Hey, quick question. And he like turns to Sigmond and River, and he's like, this goblin looks like us, right? But he's not like wearing the same stuff on the outside. So does that count for the rule of thou shalt help people that look like you? Is that the same thing?" And you see all the eyes like turn and look at both of you.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so just all goblins will help all goblins, right?
No, I think this goblin had better put a scarf on himself so he can count himself among the numbered.
Okay, so don't help goblins without scarves.
I think that's a fair thing.
You see another one raises his hand, and he like has these big glasses on, and he's like, "Wait, so I'm confused. Does that mean that to me it seems redundant to say thou shalt help people that look like you, and then just ignore it if they're not wearing a scarf? Should we maybe just say thou shalt help anybody wearing scarves and not do the one that says thou shalt help people that look like you?" And again, all the eyes go from him right back to you, all of you.
Sigmund says under his breath, "They have optometrists down here?"
Yeah, Steven's our optometrist. You met him last time. You kept calling me heathen, though.
Keep an eye on him. He's sketchy.
Sigma, I think you better clear up for them who they're supposed to be devoted to.
It's been a rough night, okay?
And you see the lady that you gave the ring to. She goes, she's like, okay, that's enough questions. We'll figure all this out, okay? Everybody, you all were really badly hurt. Everybody just need to rest. Put on your scarves or whatever you want to do. I don't care. And you see one of them like gives her a scarf and puts it on her, and she just like looks at it like draped around her shoulders for a bit, and then she just like sighs a bit, and she's like, okay, that's fine. Anyway, everybody just take some time off. Go do whatever. Enjoy your healed bodies, I guess. And she turns to all of you and is like, oh, sorry about that. They can be what's like the positive word of annoying?
Cheerful?
Cheerful?
I don't know. I'm not good with words.
Yeah, they can be persistent. They can be cheerfully persistent. Let's say that. Well, I really appreciate all the help you guys did here again. I'm sorry I don't really have anything to offer you. And you see that when she says that, the smallest goblin that was kind of talking to you before comes up, and she's like, I found something else. One more thing for the holy people. And she, like, you see she, like, strains super hard. And there's, like, 2 other little goblins helping her, and they are bringing over what looks to be a large, like 1 foot tall, stone horse, but just like the horse's head, and the bottom of it is circular, so it stands like a vase, but it's like a horse's head, and it's made out of like a dark black stone that's been polished. And you see she turns and looks at him, and she's like, where did you get, I haven't seen this, where did you get it? And the smallest one's like, oh, I had it hiding under a blanket. She's like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. And they go, well, we got this for you to say thank you for everything you've done. And they just set it down in front of you.
How heavy does it look?
It looks really heavy. Like, are you trying to like pick it up and weigh it, or just guess from looking?
I'm just trying to figure out, is this like a big, huge thing in front of us, or?
It's a foot tall, and it's made out of pure stone. It's not quite like a foot wide.
Okay.
The base is probably, well, the base is probably about a foot in diameter as well.
Ask them if they have anywhere where they would keep valuable things like this that could be secure for a while.
Well,
You're not trying to rob them, are you?
I'm trying to find a place to keep our valuables.
well, I mean, we only had the place that we got the stuff before, and that was behind the statue over there. And she points to the anvil that Sigmond was at earlier.
How safe is this room?
Oh, that's actually kind of a tough question to answer. I'll say this: we didn't see a lot of stuff happen, but I'll also say this: I'd hear Pej talking about different creatures she had kind of slain. So she, even though she did a lot of terrible things, she kind of kept us safe.
That's all good. You got Sigmond for that now.
Oh, you're staying?
No, I need to find the maiden. Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, sorry, these are not your devotees? I am sorry, I misunderstood the religion. I'm sorry, everyone.
I put her in charge, the little one who's bookish and snooty.
I don't
and
I don't think I'm snooty.
That's exactly
Okay.
what a snooty person would say.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Very true, very true. Oh,
I'm wondering if you could spare any of your associates here to accompany us for a brief time in our endeavors.
Wow. What a question. I just want to clarify really quick. You're asking me, someone that this guy put in charge like 30 minutes ago, if I can give you any of these formerly critically injured people to help you in what are you trying to do, by the way? Just wondering.
Sigmund, what is our purpose here?
Find the maiden.
There you have it.
Yeah,
We're trying to find the maiden.
but what are you gonna do when you find her?
Rescue her. Of course.
Well, that sounds very noble. Why does she need rescuing?
You're asking a lot of questions.
Just-
Because she's a maiden.
I don't want to give you my people. Just, I don't know. I mean, listen, if I'm gonna be in charge of taking care of all of these people, they don't know how to hold a sword. They don't know any of that. A lot of them have lost limbs and eyes. That you see, one of them is like still playing with that like eye piece that he was trying to put in. I just, I don't think I can. I don't think I could feel good about that. I don't think I could just say go with him. I mean, I'd go with you. I guess that's what I'll say. If you want, I'll come with you.
And you're in charge.
if you come with us, who's gonna lead this group?
I'll put someone else in charge. I don't know.
Delegation. I like it.
Yeah. So
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't want to take any of these that are too injured to come. I don't think you're providing the assistance that I was hoping for. So I will leave these sacks here with your people. And upon return, any that you still have, I will split evenly with you.
Okay. Sounds good. Sure. Am I coming with you?
Sigmund, I will leave that up to you.
I don't see a need for another tag along. We already have one gross goblin thing. I mean,
Yeah, you know, the more I'm listening to all of you talk, the more I'm really just thinking it's probably a good idea if you leave. I think we'll be fine. You guys just go and do whatever you were maideneering or whatever you're doing, and we'll stay here. We'll watch your gold. That's fine.
So tell me I can grab the gold at this point.
I mean, you
I
had the gold in your hand for sure.
Okay.
Unless anybody tried to stop you.
I'll sling it over my back and shout, "Let's go, maideneering!"
I didn't
me.
know there was a verb for it.
I mean, she said the word, so I just was kind of going with it in the moment.
Oh, I'm into it.
All right. I take some paces down the direction
Okay.
that I'm unfamiliar with,
Excellent.
if there is one.
Yeah, so you're able to go out into the main hallway. This is where you came from. As you go out into the main hallway, you see there's a giant two-headed creature sitting there. One head looks to be unconscious, and the other head is quietly weeping to itself.
Oh,
I thought the other one was doing better after Sigmond helped him out. Have some good berries.
Are you asking? You asking me for good? I mean, yeah, he woke up, but after he woke up, he just went back to doing this. Like I'll tell you this: we don't. I don't know what he's thinking because we don't share the same brain, but we share the same heart, and we are just really sad right now. And I think he just needs some time alone. I'm gonna respect that right now.
Okay. I thought he was dead or something.
I mean, do you count emotionally dead as dead?
Well, I suppose now I could.
Yeah, so I'd say he's dead right now.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks.
So sad.
Okay, what's everybody else doing?
Before we actually leave, what was this red thing on the right of the goblin room? Bottom right?
Yeah. So that is... So that right there is just... It just looks to be like... kind of like a large bronze snake. So it's set into the stone, and it looks like it's like connected to the floor. It's really, really long, and it's a giant snake. Yeah, it looks to have a little placard in front of it. But it just kind of looks like a decorative sort of bronze statue, I guess.
Cool.
So, anybody doing anything else in there? Okay, what is everybody doing then?
I'm moving away.
Perfect. So you enter, you see, so if you get out, so you get out into the room over here. Actually, you're presented as you go along, you are presented with some alternate paths right here, and it looks like there is a segment that goes up as well. So up this way.
I'll peek over there while I'm waiting to see if people are following me.
Okay.
I'm not going to go too far from the group.
Looks like it goes up and curves around to the right a bit.
Okay. I'll hold off for the group.
So you guys are all able to join up with Handsome Dave?
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay. So we'll say everybody gathers, everyone meets outside in the hallway.
Going this way, okay? I mean, we haven't seen the maiden and anywhere else we've been, so we gotta go somewhere we haven't been.
Listen, Dave, I am just trying to get out of that room with those things. They have been all over us. I just need a break for a minute. Wherever you want to go, I'll go.
Say no more, Sigmund. I mean goblins, right? And then I start walking away.
I'm glad someone finally understands.
As you start walking away, as you're leaving, Hulzaima, as you are leaving, one of the goblin that was talking with everybody, the one that got put in charge, comes up to you and it just says like, "Hey, I noticed you're with the town guard. Are you here to help your friend out?"
What do you mean?
Oh, I just looked at you and seen you were dressed up in town guard stuff, and I figured that you were here. Well, some of the goblins on the floor below, sorry, I guess you may not know, but they have one of your friends down there, and I don't really know what they do with people when they get them, but I just, if you do go down there, I guess, just say hi to Tech for me. One of my friends, so yeah. Try not to kill him, I guess, if that's possible.
Who do they have? What's his name?
I definitely didn't get his name. Just like a human-looking guy, armor, in a cage, you know, like most of them are. So.
Most of them. How many are down there?
Like people. There's like, they're starting. I don't know. They're starting something. They're building something. I don't know what it is, but they're building something, and they keep bringing in people and animals and stuff like that. I think I've seen like 3 or 4 people and a couple like just animals they're taking down. So just wanted to be aware, you know. So yeah, if you see Tech, say hi to him for me, and hope you can get your friend back, I guess.
Listen, this is important. What is the quickest way down there?
Oh, yeah, that's really easy. Just keep going that way. And she points towards the south. She says, you go back to the room that you came from, and there's a little hallway down south of that room, and it hitches around to the right, and you can go down to the second floor down there. You haven't been down there before. Just something to keep in mind. If you go in, there's like a lot of goblins down there, so just be ready for that, I guess. And a lot of people are overwhelmed because there's like a lot of shops and a lot of like people selling things. So just try to. They don't mind people. Like, they don't mind humans going down there and everything. But they like if you buy something. They don't like if you're just, like, looking, you know. It's not a library.
Good to know. I'm going to turn to Sigmond and say, did you hear that? There's a place where they're keeping people. The maiden may be there.
Really?
Yes.
That sounds quite interesting. We should go there, right?
Yes. That it was to the south.
Stinky Dave! Little small Stinky Dave!
Are you talking to me? Okay, we just had a moment, I thought, and I'm Stinky Dave now? Okay, what do you want?
They're saying there might be a maiden down there. The other way.
Okay, maiden down south. Alright.
As you turn and look around the corner, Anson Dave, by the way,
Okay.
you see there is a door against the wall over there. And this door looks different. Most of the doors you've seen, this one looks like it's almost painted on, but there's a door handle. So it doesn't like jut out at all. It just is like flat against the wall, but there's a handle on it, or a knob.
Okay, there's a door here. Want me to at least try it? See if she's behind this door?
Yeah.
I'll just open it, take a look, and then, yeah, we can go the other direction. I'll go do that.
Okay, so you're going to open the door?
I try to open the door.
Okay, you go and you reach out, and as you touch the doorknob, you feel as if your body is collapsing in on itself. You feel like this blackness. It looks like your world is like shrinking and shrinking, and it feels like you're getting smaller. But as you like look down, you see you're just kind of like warping and being engulfed into the center of your body. And then you feel it, and you feel all this pressure, like you're going super far underwater. And then right when it feels like your head and your ears are about to just explode, you hear a... And you find yourself, everything goes black, and you open your eyes, and you see you are in what looks to be a classroom. And there's a blackboard up front, and written at the top of it, it says... It just says Mad Mage at the top of it. And you see that there's someone in front of the classroom, and they have like they have hair, and it's tied tightly up into a bun. And you see that there's desks, rows and rows of desks. And you see there are people seated at each desk, and they all have white hair as well, but it's long. Like some of it's like long and let down. One of it's like in a ponytail. One of it's like parted right in the middle. And you can just see the back of everybody's head. And the person up front with that bun, they're wearing like headmistress, like clothed, like a robe. And they're writing on the board. They're standing there like they have their back is facing you. And there's like magical chalk, like writing on the blackboard, and it writes Mad Mage, and then it underlines it, and she goes, "Well, now, my students, what is the lesson number 1 about being a Mad Mage?" And you see she turns around, and her face is actually that of, oh my gosh, I forgot his name, Alistair, the Mad Mage. And she like looks up at you, she goes, "Oh, we have a new student. Well, take a seat." And you see a desk appears in the middle of the room, and it's empty.
I look around at the room. Are people looking at me?
None of them are yet.
Are they human? Or of other races?
Ooh, good question. Give me a perception check. Seven. They all look to be, I mean, you can tell that they're definitely human. One thing that you do notice is that their hair is all the exact same color across the board.
All white?
Yep.
I head over to the empty chair while checking to see if I have white hair now.
You go to reach up, and you feel that you have like this long hair, and you like pull it in front of your face, and it's just stark white. And as you look down, you're dressed in like Catholic school uniform. Like you have like a little tie on and a suit coat and like buttons and pleated pants with like loafers on as well.
Okay, and I'll sit down in the seat.
Okay. The teacher goes,
Are you sure he's not wearing shorts rather than pants?
They are shorts, but you're so short that they just go long and they look like pants.
I'm used to this. Yeah, this is typical for me.
So you sit down, and the person up front goes, "So, tell me, what is lesson number 1 in being a Mad Mage?" I think, who would like to answer? You see somebody raises their hand, and they go, rule number 1, never makes sense. Never makes sense is rule number 1. The teacher goes, very good. Never make sense. Good. Let's see. New student, did you do your reading? What is lesson number 2 of being a Mad Mage?
I think I did my reading. I think rule number 2 is sometimes makes sense.
You see, when you say
And when you never make sense, it makes a little bit less sense.
As you say the words sometimes make sense, you see like the chalk like stops writing on the board and it just like falls to the ground, and the teacher like has turned around and has a book in their hands, and like they look at you and they go, that is 100% correct. No one ever gets lesson 2 correct. And you see all the other students in the room turn and look at you, and all of them have Alistair's face, and they all just look at you. And the teacher goes, well done. You've graduated. And snaps their fingers, and you find yourself right back outside of where you were when you first touched the doorknob.
Okay. I probably was screaming initially when I touched the door as I felt my body imploding.
So all of you hear a little like eek echo out throughout the hall.
Now I'm back, and you just see like sweat dripping down my face, probably in like this weird and like frightened way.
Did it happen to you too? It happened to you too, didn't it?
What? Did I beat God?
Something like that. Did you go somewhere and talk to something?
Some freak, Alistair, yeah.
Oh. I think Alistair's quite bad, actually. That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I checked to see if I'm in a Catholic school uniform.
As you look down, you notice you're still wearing those like shorts that you had on. And they're just on you, and you're still wearing your armor underneath, but you're wearing those over your armor.
Well, I think he gave me these shorts or pants. I don't know. This did not make sense, and I think that was the point of it.
Is he still carrying the bags?
Yes, you still have everything with you.
Well, I saw no maidens. So, I'm happy to go another direction. I'm also happy if someone else wants to try doors for a little bit.
Lead the way, Cool. Off to the maiden.
Right, this way.
Okay, so if you want to lead, the hallway that they were talking about is right here. Or let me shift you to it. Right there. The hallway does wrap around that way.
Okay, we'll just start walking that way.
Okay, excellent. You find some stairs that you're able to go down, if you would like. So you approach, and as you go down and you look and you see the stairs, there's 2 sets of stairs. They're pretty long. As you look down, there's just a blackness down below. It looks like it opens up into a little bit of a landing, but it's pretty just dark down there, and you hear like occasionally some like voice that you can maybe distinguish if you wanted to listen a little harder, but you hear a voice like that would come up every now and again, but it sounds like a different voice just every time.
Okay, yeah, I'll start going slowly down the stairs until I can like kind of pick up on those voices a bit better.
Okay, very cool. Let's move to level 2. As you get down to the bottom of the stairs, I will reveal it. Okay, let me see if I can get you there.
Hey, Parker, I'm really struggling here. I'm going to call it a night. I'm not doing too well.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. That's okay. Thanks for joining a little bit.
Yeah, sorry I can't do more.
I
Hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel better
Thanks.
soon. Guys, I'm connected to the internet.
You are?
Yeah.
Well, for some reason you sound quieter.
Oh, sorry. I'm still on my phone.
Oh,
This one.
I see. How
The
did you do
wealth
that so
of
fast?
human knowledge is at your fingertips now.
I'm connected to the power.
That was fast.
Let's actually take a quick break here. Let's just do like a 10 to 15 minute break. Come back at 6:45ish. That sound good?
That sounds great.
Excellent. Okay. First things first. See if you can put your tokens. Go to your journals and see if you can put your tokens onto the map from your character sheets, which should be in your journals.
What?
Good job, Bryan. Good job, Brandon. Ben.
That's amazing.
And Jameson. I should have done that so long ago. I can't believe it took me that long to figure that out. That took me way too long to get. Okay. So, as all of you begin to make your way down, the closer you get, the more you hear what sounds like distant, kind of like not. It's just kind of like general noise, like people moving around, people talking. Every now and again, you'll hear like a loud voice, but it's all such that like clamorous sort of din that it all blends together. As you're going down, I need Handsome Dave to give me a perception check really quick. So the sound of everything just kind of sounds the same to you, but you notice as you're walking, in one of the pockets of the pants you're wearing, you feel something hitting your leg. And you can tell it's like in the outer, it's in one of the pockets of the pants.
Say I absent-mindedly reach down and try to grab it, whatever's in my pocket, to pull it out.
Yeah, you pull out what appears to be a sealed envelope.
I'll look to the rest of the group. You guys slip this in my pocket or see someone who... And I start opening it up.
So as you tear open the seal, you are shown...
I see anything about the seal that's unique?
On the seal, there's just a picture of, it's like really, really amazing detail, and it's Alistair Blackcloak's face on it.
Okay.
And you should have in your journal what the note says.
Okay. Does that... Is that really what it says?
That is 100% what it says.
I'm not having an error with my internet right now?
When you say that, you see the seal
I
on
say-
the envelope says, "There's no internet in this world. You just gotta focus on the letter. Make sure you read it really hard. It'll all the webs will connect together eventually."
Oh my goodness.
So who's leading the way down to the next floor?
I thought Bryan was.
Perfect. Excellent.
Did Bryan get back, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as Coolzima makes his way down, before you see two ways that you can go at the end of the hallway. The hallway that goes to the southwest. You don't hear anything coming from there, but when you get here, you hear this is where a lot of the sound is coming from, that hallway. And what languages does Coolzima speak?
Common and Draconic.
Excellent. You hear some words in Common being spoken out. There's words that are like cloth, like somebody yells out like cloth, 50 gold, cloth, 50 gold, and then you hear someone else yelling out like armor, 25 gold, armor, 25 gold. And those are like the words that are reaching your ears.
That's it. Sounds like there's some shops ahead.
As you approach as well, in this room, it opens up, and you see there's like there's just a bunch of trash and garbage all over the floor. Like there's paper, and there's like bones. There's like a clump of hair on the ground. This room is just trashed. But you notice all around the walls, you notice there are carvings on the walls that depict dwarves carrying supplies. So, would anybody like to do anything?
What kind of supplies are they carrying?
You see some of them have like, actually give me a perception check.
Seems I'm not connected yet. I'll just do it manually. Social ID 20. 12.
12, okay. So you see they have like pickaxes and bags. You also notice that one of the dwarves, their face has been chipped away, and somebody has like crudely drawn a goblin face on where the dwarf face should be.
Hey, Handsome Dave, this looks like you.
Handsome?
Handsome, that's what I said.
Must be true then. I'll come take a closer look at it. I just see the same thing.
Yeah. Actually, give me a perception check too.
Natural one.
Woo!
Cool. As you are looking at it, you notice something a little bit lower as well. And you go to look at it, and you literally slip on a banana peel and fall face first into just this giant pile of trash. And it's like sticky and stinky and gooey, and there's something that crawls across your arm while you're in there. And you go entirely dunked in, your head completely submerged beneath this pile of trash.
Yeah. I am obviously like really embarrassed, but I'm acting like anybody could have done what I just did. If that makes sense. Like, oh man, but I'm wiping myself off, or at least trying to.
You see Harold comes over and he starts like brushing stuff. I was like, oh, it happens to the best of us. Don't worry, you're fine. Everything's fine. You're okay.
Thanks, man. Thank you. That happened. We can move past it. We can dwell on it. Whatever you'd like to do.
Stinky Dave.
I like flex up a little bit, like I want to do something, but I don't do anything.
As you kind of look up though from the garbage pile, and you come up, you notice that the hallway goes down. It goes to the north. It extends further. There is a little opening as well, right to the right. But the thing that catches your eye to the north is you see it's pretty well lit, and nothing has been well lit in the entire dungeon yet. It's all been just pitch black dark.
Well, which way you guys want to go?
I'll look to Cool. Any idea on that rumor of humans?
I don't know. She just said they were downstairs with a bunch of goblins. So let's just look around, I guess. I'm gonna, I don't know, let's just start heading up this hallway.
Okay. You see the thing that opens up to the right. There are two goblins that appear to be like well armored and have short bows and scimitars, and they notice you as you like come up, and they just sort of like look at you and like nod at you. They don't like try to do anything or interact with you in any way, essentially. So do you want to go interact with them, or do you want to keep going forward?
I'll go ask just any of them if they know who Tech is.
They just look at you. One of them like has like a toothpick in his mouth, and he just like moves it from one side to the other and just sort of just stares blankly at you.
Are you gonna answer me? I said.
See, the other one spits on the ground and says in really broken common, "Here for guarding, not for questions."
They seem
What
quite
are you
rude.
guarding? Yeah, what are you guarding?
"Here for guarding, not for questions." Spits on the ground again.
I don't think there's any more need to bug the poor man.
Fine, be that way. Walk off.
Okay. As you approach this northernmost room, it opens up, and you see as you get closer to it, what looks to be the first thing that catches your eye is a wooden structure. It looks pretty crudely crafted, but it's off the ground about a good 4 to 5 feet. So it's pretty elevated. Actually, it's probably 3 to 5 feet. So it's pretty elevated off the ground. And you see, so that's the first thing. That's the biggest thing that catches your eye. You notice as well, there's some people, or some goblins standing on the stage, and one of them has a large sheet of paper and has a helmet on his head, and you see he's pointing at things and talking in Goblin, and you see someone next to him has really thin rimmed glasses and a little tie on, and he has 2 sticks that he's tied together to make a protractor, and is moving them on the paper, and he's and they both just are pointing at things. The next thing that you notice is there are there's a group of people, and they're working on this wooden structure, building it up. It's essentially a stage, and you notice there's three individuals, and they're all chained together by their ankles. One of them you recognize as you recognize him as somebody that was in the town guard with you. It's up to you whether you know his name or not, but you do definitely recognize that he's in the town guard. You also notice that there is a small dwarf who's completely bald, and he has a big red bushy beard. And then I need to be precise about this one, so hold on, Okay, and then you see a human woman also chained up, and they're all hammering away and sawing on different planks of wood as they're helping build this thing. I do also need to ask, Handsome Dave, are you coming up with Harold?
Good question. I would say, yeah. I would say I'll be hanging out with Harold.
Okay.
And I'll take up the rear, but I will... Sometimes I feel like I'm the one that looks weird, and Harold might too, so if we enter the room together, we can both assess and turn around if needed.
Okay, let's actually do a quick marching order into the room. Who's going first, second, third, last?
I'll be right there with Kolzaima.
Okay. And that'll put Ben right in the middle. Okay, so Sigmond, you also see this this scene in front of you as well. You see the 2 goblins look at you, all of you, and one of them waves at you, and then they go back to working on their plans.
How maidenly does the woman look?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
I'm wearing a helmet.
Yeah, this is the thing is that she's elderly. Not old, but she's elderly for sure, so she's too old to be the maiden, for sure. But you do notice she has this kind of like beauty around her, even though she's wearing just like rags essentially and looks really dirty. She kind of has this like beauty and serenity around her, and has like a little smile. You see that as you like clunk forward, and at this point she actually looks up and sees you, and she says, Do I know you somehow?
Me?
Yeah. Do I know you?
I don't recognize you. I'm wearing a suit of armor.
Maybe I've just heard of you before. And you see that one of the goblins is like looks down and he says, "Hey, less talking, more working." And she goes back to working on what she's doing.
Where? I'll try and step forward closer to her and say, "Where have you seen me? Heard of me from?"
You see she like glances at you and like looks up at the goblins, and just looks like. You see she has this moment of like not knowing what to do, and then you see as she does something with her hands, and you hear in your mind, I don't remember if I've seen you, but I feel like I've heard about you somewhere. You're a man dressed in a ton of armor. It reminds me of something that my son once told me.
Hello? Is this thing on?
Yeah, you can talk. No, it's two-way thing. Yeah, you're good.
How?
I thought you knew magic. Do you not know magic? I guess, sorry, my mistake.
What I do is not magic. It is the divine made manifest, not your tricks, crone.
What did your son say, kind woman?
There's three of us in here.
Are you stepping up to look, Ben? Is River stepping up to like be in? You can't, because you don't hear this.
Oh.
Only Sigmond does.
Oh.
Unless you're in my head too.
Which you could be.
I just had this wave of understanding.
River's like super empathetic.
As you say that, Jameson, Sigmond hears in his mind, you hear the words, and it sounds like almost, it's like relief and heartbreak at the same time, and the word that is there just says, River? And she turns around again, and River, you get a good look, and you I'm actually going to have you describe this character, because you recognize this as being your mother.
Oh snap!
What?
Is she blue?
No, she's not. She is. Just. Wait. I'm sorry. Is this the same person that you said is old, Parker?
She's not like old, but just not like super young, you know.
She's
like,
not a maiden.
Not maiden age, I guess is the way to phrase it.
Okay, cool. So she is human. She's got like, blonde, wavy hair. Pretty simple dress. Just looks like a good person. Probably in her late 40s.
You see, she stands up and she says out loud, she goes, River? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to end up here. I'm sorry. I didn't want this to happen.
Where? Mother, where are we?
She goes, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. And you see the goblin is like, he looks down and he goes, hey, less talking, more working. And you see the other one that has like the thin glasses and the like fake protractor says something to him in goblin. And the guy with the helmet on it is like, all right, take 15. And you see the other two people just like sit down and like wipe the sweat off their brow. And she like stands up and she like tries to move closer to you and she has like her arms out. She's like, River, I can't believe I knew you were coming here, but I wanted to help. I guess I don't know how to delicately put this, but brought here? Is that the way to say it?
Well, are you okay? Have they hurt you?
No, they're not mean or anything. They give us food and shelter and protection from anything down here. They don't hurt us at all. Just I'm a little bit smelly, but I think they're all a little bit smelly if I'm being honest.
That's true.
And if I'm being 100% honest, it's actually not been terrible. I've had worse things in my life happen.
Well, that's good. I mean,
That's not good. She's a goblin slave, and the only thing she can say about it is "I've had worse," and you say that's good.
Oh, they give us money. We're not slaves. They pay us.
I thought they were chained up. Aren't they chained up?
Oh, yes, no, we are chained up, but they do pay us still.
Well, then what are the chains for?
I don't know. You see one of the goblins looks at you and says, for the runners, no running.
Mother, I'm going to find you and we'll find a way out of here.
Did you say you're going to find me?
Oh, right. I'm here. Do you know where...
River, are you okay? Is everything all right with you?
Do you know where Father is?
I was hoping maybe you had found him. I don't know. But
Okay.
have you seen him at all? I knew you came here looking for him.
King. No clues yet.
Well, I don't know where he is, but I have heard that there might be some sort of magic lamp somewhere in the dungeon, so that might be worth checking out.
That's hopeful.
Well, I'm actually perfectly content to stay here if you don't, as long as I know you're okay. You just have to make sure you come back and visit. I know they're doing something with this stage, and I know it's some plan for all of us, but I don't really know exactly what we're doing. It's good, honest work, you know? It's nice for me to use my body to work. I was sitting at home not doing much, so it's nice to get out and do something, you know?
Do you need anything?
Oh, no, honey, don't worry about me. You worry about you.
River, this is madness! I'm gonna grab him and pull him aside. River, we have to rescue her. What are you talking about? This is obviously not. This is. It's your mother, River.
Okay, I think you're right.
Have I taught you nothing?
What? To arms?
Yes, to arms or something, anything. We've got to get your mom out of chains.
Righto. After you.
And I'll turn around looking completely flabbergasted. Unchain the crow. I mean, the woman. Unchain the woman.
You see that the goblin with the helmet looks on and he says, unchainings must be done by, shoot, what's her name now? Tech? Yeah. All unchainings must be brought through Tech, so you gotta talk to Tech if you wanna have anything done about that.
Who is Tech?
When you ask that question, coming from the eastern most hallway, you see two goblins come into the room, and they have these tiny trumpets in their hands, and they go, and in walks this elvish woman, who's wearing super small clothing, like very like it's not even like it looks like she's trying to like be scantily dressed. It looks like her clothes are just way too small for her. And she bursts into the room and she goes, "Did somebody say Tech?"
Oh dear.
My fellow humanoid person, you and I are friends. That's how this works, right? We are friends. That is what us humanoids do.
Which humanoid is she talking to?
All humanoids, of course. All humanoids are friends to me.
Even Harold here?
Yes. All heralds. Friends? Do we shake hands now, of course. And she like holds her hand out like straight in front of her face and just like shakes it around. She goes, "We are shaking hands now. Please shake my hand." No one's gonna shake my hand.
I'll shake it.
Okay. What do you do?
Yeah, normal handshake. I climb up on the stage and walk over and shake it.
As you go to like touch her hand, she pulls back and she goes, "No, do not touch me. Not that. What are you doing? That is not shaking hands. You shake your hand. That is what you must do, as I am."
Oh. Okay, I'll just kind of shake my hand.
Do you know nothing of being a humanoid? You clearly appear somewhat humanoid.
I'm a humanoid.
I'm gonna shake Harold's hand for him in the same way that she's shaking her hand.
Harold, as you do, you like hear something crack, and Harold's like, "Oh, that's not going back. Yeah, I will permanently be stuck like that." And she goes, "Even the heralds shake my hand. Yes, all bask in the wonderful humanoidness that is Tech. Tell me, what can the wonderful, very fleshy Tech do for you?" And you, yeah. What'd you say?
Could you let my mother go?
Oh, which one is your mother? Because I know the ones that have beards don't usually have the children, right? That's right? I'm correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you're not a mother. And she points to the dwarf. And he turns around and he goes, well, not yet, at least. She then points to your mom and goes, the ones with the lumpy chests are mothers? That's correct?
Many times that can be the correct assumption. Yes.
If they have a lumpy chest and no small ones, they are maidens.
I don't understand. I mean, I perfectly understand everything you said. Because I also know all about the anatomy and structure of humanoids. So yes, that one is the mother. I have determined, all on my own, with no help from anyone else. No, you can, yes, sure, we can unchain her. You just have to pay me some money. That's how this works.
Okay. Well, how much would you like for the most important humanoid in the world to me?
You see, she goes, Assessor! And she claps her hands, and you see this, goblin runs up, and he goes, yes, Tech, what can I do for you? And you see when he says that, she like, what did you... Well, I need this one to be assessed. And, he goes, yes, whatever you say, Tech. And you see he pulls out, he has like a bag, he rummages into it. He goes, all right, I'll make this one quick, I guess. And he has like rubber gloves and snaps them both on. He goes, here we go. And he starts walking towards her.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's completely painless for humanoids. Not for goblins, though. It's a pain. They hate it.
I take a step back.
I have my hand on my club ready to jump if anything fishy happens.
The goblin like comes over and you see he like brings his bag, and out of his bag he pulls like a stool, and he puts down the stool and stands on it. And this stool looks way too big for the bag. Like, the bag is clearly much smaller than this stool. He sets it down and he like stands up. He goes, all right, look at me. And he like does a finger thing, and he's like, look at my finger. And then he goes, look at both my fingers. And he like goes opposite directions. That's like physically impossible for anybody to do. And then he goes like cross-eyed, and she does it. And he reaches out and like grabs her ears and like shakes them around a bit. And you see she's just like, ugh. And then he like just is patting her all like, just like little kitten paws, just like pat, 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 all up and down. He goes, 5,000 gold.
5,000.
That's outrageous. She's not worth that.
It's not my call, it's the assessors.
She's worth every bit of that. I don't have that much gold.
No, River, we're trying to bargain. You need to play down how good your mother is.
Right, yeah.
I'm sorry,
really
are you an assessor of humanoids, my blue-skinned friend?
Me? Yes. I can tell you all about how valuable humanoids can be.
Oh, please! I have grown weary of this goblinoid, assessor. Please give me the fellow humanoid perspective. Show us how you assess somebody.
First of all, I would say 5,000 was a bit too generous in this case. 5,000 would be more what someone of your own stature would be valued at.
My stature? What do you mean? I am as tall, if not taller, than you.
Right. That's why you were so valuable at 5,000.
But she is almost the same size as me. So how can stature determine worth?
Oh, of course. When I meant stature, when I said stature, I actually meant worth.
So her worth determines her worth. Humanoid logic at its finest, I see.
Okay. So
Us
what it
goblins,
is?
all those goblins do. Not us goblins, for I am clearly not a goblin. All those goblins, they, do the PAT test. And the PAT test has been scientifically proven to determine somebody's worth.
Well, what's the PAT test?
You pat them!
Well, okay, the unique thing about humanoids is that they have, they can speak, right? So what you do is you ask them, how much are you worth? And then they'll tell you. That's how I do it.
Give me a deception check.
Just a moment. On the wrong page. Going back. Almost there. Oof.
17. You see, she, like, strokes her chin. She goes, yes. I see. So, humanoids determine their own intrinsic value, and thus stating it verbally, assess their value. So their worth is their worth. That is correct, yes.
That's precisely correct.
Yes, and of course, I already knew that as a humanoid. You've passed my test. Well done, blue humanoid. You may assess your acquisition.
Okay, I'll walk up to her and Mother, how much gold do you think you are worth?
Oh. Wow, that's a... Sorry, what did you say, Jameson?
Sigmond is frantically, like, pushing his hand down. In the background.
You see, she, like, glances at Sigmond and, like, glances at River. She's like, well... You know what, River? If I'm being honest, probably not very much. I mean, I wasn't able to help you, and now you have to help me, and that's something I guess I've feared for a long time, and something maybe every parent fears, is that one day they know that they're not going to be as valuable to their children anymore.
My eyes are all like welling up and, you know, just exuding love and compassion.
You see, she looks up, and she has tears in her eyes also. And she says, well, I don't know, maybe like 1 gold piece.
1 gold piece.
Yeah, that feels about right.
She's worthless.
But don't, she says, you don't have to get me out of here. It's okay. I'm care of well enough. You don't need to. If you don't have the gold, don't do it.
Well, we have the gold. I just want you to be safe.
Well, I guess if I'm with you, I'm safe.
Okay. Well, Tech?
Oh, 1 gold. Wow. That is quite the price difference, isn't it? Whew. You see, like, the goblins around, everyone just, like, looks at her. And she goes, oh, man. Ooh, it's hot in here. I really need to,
How about this? Let's split the difference. Here's 5 gold.
Oh, 5 gold. Wow. Oh, boy. Yes. This is how humanoid transactions work. Wow. Oh, it's hot. I need to excuse myself. I am diarrhea. And she walks away. She walks out of the room. You notice as she walks out of the room, you see her hair was covering it, but as she does like a quick turn, actually everybody give me a perception check really quick. Nice. A 1 for 6? No, not again. I was like, did you get another one? Wait, did you get another one?
I'm trying to find my cursor. My cursor like disappeared from my computer.
Oh my gosh!
I did get another one.
Oh, you actually got 2. Those were 2 2s.
Yeah, it's 2 2s.
Oh man. Okay.
2 2.
So, Dave and River, you notice that she's wearing a circlet, and you recognize this as having magical properties, and you know that those properties are, like, you know, those circlets can be used in transmutation or conjuration, I guess. Might be it.
She gone?
She is.
Did anyone else catch the not humanoid vibes from her? I don't know. Was that subtle, or was that just right in your face? that she's obviously not humanoid.
Oh, that's what it is. I was thinking something like that.
Something did seem a little off.
I'm just gonna stare at these guys like, duh.
Okay, checking. Maybe that's circlet thing she's wearing. But what would she be?
Maybe non-humanoid.
She seemed to stress that she was absolutely not goblinoid. So,
Which is interesting. It's okay to not be goblinoid, but like goblins are humanoids. I'm pretty sure.
I think so too, actually.
But I mean, if you gotta put something down to feel better about yourself, like that's, on you. So whatever.
Well, I'm getting my mother out of these chains.
Right.
I flip a 5 gold coins, I slam them down on the stage, and I go over to the chains, and I pour some water from my water skin on the chains, and I cast Shape Water and freeze the chain, and then give it a good whack with my club.
Awesome. Very cool. So you go do that. You go up. Ice and give me a strength athletics roll with advantage.
Oh, ready? 1, 2.
16.
Yeah.
So you see, you crash through and it just bursts and shatters. She still is connected to the dwarf, but you shatter the side because she has like one on each ankle. And so you shatter the one that she's connected to on the human side, the town guard side that Cool recognizes. But she's still attached to the dwarf one. And as you do it, you see the two goblins on the stage. One of them looks and is like, I'd be careful about doing that. If Tech didn't agree, I'd be careful.
Okay,
I mean, we're on a tight deadline here. We gotta have this stage completed by end of day, or I don't know what Tech's gonna do, but he's not been treating goblins well lately, so that's all. I don't want to find out.
All right, I'll put another gold on the stage and then do the same on the other chain.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it for me. I can't get another goblin worker in here, so I tell you what, if you give me some way that you can replace her, and make this stage still go quick, then I don't care. You can take all your gold. I don't care. I just need this stage done. So you help me with that, and I won't sound the alarm and get 50 goblins in here right now to come take you all and make you work on it on your own, all right?
All right.
I don't know. You seem pretty able-bodied, my friend. Why don't you just work on this right now, huh?
Hey, listen. You got the hands and you got the brain. I'm the brain, okay? You got hands. Why don't you come do it?
Hey, Brain, you got hands too. Some work.
You see he, like, thinks about it. He's like, I didn't grow up on the streets of Waterdeep to have some goblin who thinks he's better than all of us because what? You're some adventurer going off and doing heroic things? Well, I don't need you telling me. I worked my way up from the gutters, all right? I had nothing. I've done plenty of work. Now, it's time for me to use my brain.
You telling me that? Like, I worked myself up from the gutter. I was born in a mountain. I did!
How'd you work yourself up? Huh? What'd you do? I had to eat literal shit. Somebody gave me shit, and I had to eat it, and that's how it happened to me, all right? What'd you do?
You think I didn't have to eat shit? I had to eat shit.
Wait, you ate shit too?
Yeah, oh, gosh. Man, this is a pretty messed up upbringing, huh?
Yeah, wow. I can't believe we both eat. What? Whose shit did you eat?
I don't know, man. This is a lot to unpack, though.
No, yeah. No, sure.
Oh.
I feel it.
Stinky Davy shit.
Sigmond, I don't need any of this right now.
Yeah, hey, screw that guy.
on,
Everybody
man.
thinks all goblins are stinky. What? I hate that. Just because we eat shit.
It was one time.
Yeah. And they never forget about it. Oh, look, here comes Gene, the shit eater. Well, listen, I think everybody wants to. Everybody wants to. I'm just saying it.
I never forget about it.
Amidst the chaos, River just plugs his ears and screams and casts Hold Person on this goblin, or this stage person.
Okay. Saving throw? Wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom.
That's a 14.
It fails.
So it's held?
For 1 minute. For 1 minute, yeah.
Okay, so you see he goes... And that's the thing. People just make you do things without any say in it, and it's really messed up how... And he just, like, goes frozen stiff and just stands there and just freezes up.
Okay. And then I hurry and club club the other chain, and I'm like, "Mom, we gotta get you out of here."
That also solves the question of whether or not goblins are humanoids, by the way.
That's right. So meta.
So I think I'd like to take this opportunity, even though I just bonded with this guy. So like, I'm gonna be apologizing to him while I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off my extra shorts, and I'm just gonna like gag him with some extra rope.
Gross.
So that because this is not a very long spell, I'm pretty sure that I know that, and he's about to scream. So
you see the guy next to him as you're like approaching. He's like shaking him. He's like, "You okay, Gene? Gene, you okay? Listen, I don't care that you've eaten shit. Okay, I actually enjoy shit. It's one of my favorite things to eat. And Gene, you okay, buddy?
Goblins are disgusting.
I got this. Don't worry. I'm gonna take care of it. No, we're good. We're good.
We got a magic user in here. We got people using magic in here."
Oh man.
And you see,
I really wish you hadn't just done that.
he starts to like book it off the stage. Anybody doing anything?
I will cast. What's the name of that spell? Compelled Duel.
Okay. That's a wisdom save?
Yeah. No, I'll cast Hold Person. No, hold Compelled Duel. Compelled Duel. Wisdom save of 14.
He fails.
Okay. He's drawn to me. It has disadvantage on attacks on creatures other than me, and it must attempt another wisdom saving throw to move more than 30 feet away from me.
Okay. So you see, he runs and he's like just about to like hop off the stage, and he just kind of like stops and slowly turns and like looks at you and he's like, "Wait, what is this? I don't know what I'm. What? Oh.
You stay right there.
Yeah. Okay. I was doing something. What was I doing? Man, you are a sight to behold. How is your armor held together? Like, it's amazing.
With little pieces of metal, I assume.
Oh, little pieces of metal. We've been using wood this whole time, and our stages keep breaking. Little pieces of metal. Do you mind if I just come closer and look at you and figure out what's going on here?
Yes, I think that's fine.
Oh, thank you. And he like runs up and just starts like poking and prodding around and like lifting and moving things. And it's like, oh yeah, yeah.
This is the strangest application of Compelled Duel I've ever seen.
So you're breaking your, or you cast Hold Person, so your mom's still chained up. Handsome Dave, you have gagged the goblin.
Gene?
Yep, Gene. The one with the helmet on. And this other goblin is messing with Sigmond. So, that's, I think, where we're at right now, right?
I'd say the only other thing is Handsome Dave has pulled out both his rapiers just in case.
Okay, excellent. So I'll put you on a little bit of a clock, because how long does Hold Person work?
1 minute.
Okay, so I will do 1 minute in real time for you all to figure out what you want to do.
Okay, I'm bashing this chain, second chain.
Okay.
Oh, I think we probably need to get out of here pretty quickly.
Which way?
Clock started.
I'm gonna walk over to the other guard, and I am going to try and come across like I remember him, but I absolutely do not know his name. I'm just be like, "Hey, buddy, we're here to get you too," and
Cool.
start attacking the chains connected to him too.
Okay. Is anybody doing anything else? I will address that. You see, he goes, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. Yeah, Carl, or whatever your name is. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, Handsome Dave is fight or flight, figuring out are we going? Are we staying? I'm ready to kill or run.
I'll go take a. Yeah, go ahead.
10 seconds.
Sigmund's just gonna try and take a peek through the door that Tech went through, just like through a keyhole or pull it open just a crack.
Yeah, it actually is just an open room, and it opens up, and you see in this place, this is not a lit room, actually. There's no lighting in here. It's completely dark, but you see there's like vendor tables set up, and you see there's just goblins everywhere, and they're all going around, and like some people are buying stuff, some of the goblins are selling stuff, and they're selling all sorts of different types of wares.
There's a lot of goblins. Many goblins. The other way, probably.
Is this...
Okay, which way are you going? Tell me that right now.
There is a door down here to the bottom, right?
Which one?
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Does Handsome Dave see anything down there?
So that opens up... good question. Let me tell you that. I forgot about that one. Thank you. Oh, yeah, you see, yeah, in this one... Actually, don't remember what those... Do you know what gibbets are?
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know either, but they're those things in Skyrim that, like, you find the skeletons in that are, like, off the ground and they're, like, held... And they're, like, metal, made of metal. Like those cages.
Gibbets and crows!
Gibbets, that's how you say it. So there's...
Thank you.
There's actually 4... What is that from?
That's the deleted scene where he kills Saruman.
Oh, really? That's what he says?
Christopher Lee delivers it amazingly. Gibbets and crows!
I don't remember him saying that.
Interesting. So that's what you hang someone on, right?
I had no idea what it was until just now.
It's where you keep somebody prisoner, but not in, like, they're off the ground, so they're not in, like, a cell.
Oh, in one of those hanging cages.
Yes, the hanging cages, that's what it is. So there's actually 4 of those, all across. And you see there's actually another dwarf. There's another dwarf in there, but this dwarf has like he's fast asleep, and he's just like completely hairless, no beard, no hair or anything, completely bald, and is dressed in that same like garb as the other people. You also see hooked by like a post, or hooked to like to a chain in a wall. You see a giant, massive creature that you recognize as it has, you know, like thick fur, and you recognize this as an owl bear. It has like your like great horned owl face, and then its body is just covered in like thick brown fur, like a grizzly bear. And it is also sleeping in that room.
Owl bears are cool.
So, which way are you heading?
Well, should we run backwards? I'm gonna grab my mom and just run away.
Okay. As you're doing so, you see that the goblin with the helmet, his body begins to like move a little bit, and you feel the spell beginning to fade.
Oh, buddy.
I'm gonna start running down with him.
Okay, everybody going that way?
Was I able to get the other guy out?
Yeah, he's running along. He's running along with you, and as you're like booking it away, he's like, Oh, thanks a lot, Chris. Oh man, I don't care what the other guys say. You're great.
Wait, what do the other guys say?
We gotta go, run! And he just like keeps running. So you get back into the garbage room that you were at before, and you hear some yelling, down. And he's like, "Hey, get back here, you shit eaters!"
What's to my left here?
That's where the 2 goblin guards are, and they're still sitting there, but now one of them has like an apple in his hand and is just eating it and watching all of you run past.
Nice. Okay. What's over here?
Yeah, so
Get paid to guard, not to chase.
So as you approach down here, do you have dark vision?
No, I'll have my blue flame up though.
Oh, perfect. As you do that, you see, when did you learn how to produce that blue flame?
I think that was a pretty early development. Like, I don't know, maybe when I was like 12. Kind of came with puberty.
Yeah. As it does for everyone. You see that, and when you cast that flame, your mom is like, "Oh wow, this is so exciting! Is this what your life is like?"
Yeah. I've learned quite a bit since I left home.
Well, you have no idea how much comfort it brings me to see that blue flame again.
Well, it brings me comfort to see the flame of your life in my life. So here we are.
You see when you say that, she tears up even more when you say that. She already had like tears. The tears like had come off her face as she was running, and you see that more just start coming when you say that. When you look into this room, there is in the center of the room there is a rusted iron hand pump and a deep stone basin. You see that the basin is currently empty. There's no water within it at all.
Okay. I'll yell everyone, hurry, come in. And I imagine we hear goblins behind us?
Give me a perception check.
Perception. 17?
You do not hear anything behind you, actually.
Okay. I'm gonna inspect this, well, I'm gonna be keeping an ear open in case I do hear anything, but in the meantime, I'm inspecting this basin for any, like, inscriptions or anything.
Excellent. Give me a investigation, or you're looking for inscriptions?
Yeah, or, like, hints about what it's for.
Okay, yeah, give me an investigation check.
While he's doing that, I think Sigmond would go to the back of the room and try and keep an eye around that corner.
Perfect. Excellent.
I nat one.
Oh, Nat 1'd it, eh?
Yeah.
So,
Nat 1 today.
You go up, and you, like, go to look in the water basin, and you have to put your hand on the pump to, like, steady yourself a bit. And as you put your hand on the pump, when you do so, the part that, like, pumps the water, the handle, just, like, snaps off. And the top just comes off, and you just hear... And then... and water starts bursting out of the top of this, and just this, like a geyser explodes everywhere, and there's just like water covering everything. Everybody's getting just soaked.
River, what'd you do?
Mother Nature. I'm clumsy. I'm sorry. I'm holding the plump handle. I'm gonna cast
Try and
shape
like
water.
stick it back on.
Yeah. I'll put it back on, and then I'm gonna shape water and try to pull all this water into the basin.
Oh, cool. Awesome. How much water can you shape?
Let's see.
I forget how much it is.
Like 5 cubic feet or something.
Yeah, 5 foot cube.
Yeah, so you see this, and you get, like, you focus on, like, the geyser portion, and just, like, you see it get, like, sucked back down, like a straw, you know, like the last little bits of the drink with the straw, and it just gets, like, sucked down, and the water is, like, being held there temporarily.
Nice. And then can I, like, kind of redirect it so that it lands in the basin?
Yeah, so you, like, cast it, and it starts, like, spurting down a little bit, and you see your mom comes up and just grabs, like, the handle and puts it on, and you see she, like, her hand, like, glows for a bit, and she touches the handle, and just, like, the water stops coming out, and the pump is just back to being fixed 100%. She was like, whoa, it feels so, man, that felt great. This is
Mother, what did you learn to do that?
Well, after you left, I had a bunch of time on my hands, so decided, why not magic?
Magic?
Eh. What did you think? I'm not too shabby, eh?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, right after you left, what happened was, right after you left, I was trying to write a letter to someone, but you know, I can't understand these newfangled pens that people are using, like the quill and the ink. I don't get that. I'm used to the burnt end of a stick. You know, that's what we used back in my day.
I remember.
Yeah, so I tried using the quill, and gosh darn it, don't you know, snapped the thing right in half. So I was talking to my friend Becky about it, and Becky was like, "Well,
I remember Becky.
Yeah. She still makes a great banana bread."
That's good. Anyway,
she told me that her son, while he was still there.
There's nothing more conversation with your mom than, anyway.
Well, her
Very
relatable.
relatable.
Thomas, you remember Thomas? You grew up together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Was Thomas the one who's your age, or was that the other one?
Well, that's Thomas, yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys were like born a month. It was like a month apart or something like that, right? It was super fun. When we'd ever go to the park together. I think, you know, you and Thomas. I just always remember that. Anyway, Thomas knew some sort of magic something, and he came over, fixed my quill, and I said, well, you know what? I got time. I can learn how to do that. And here I am.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that one. That little trick you just did. That we could make quite a team.
Sorry to break up this little moment, but can we keep going a little bit farther? Or are we good?
Oh, right.
Do I see anything down the hall?
As you look further down the hall, you see,
And I meant behind us, where we came from.
Oh, yeah, okay. Down the hallway, you don't see or hear anything, actually.
Okay. Looks clear behind.
Well, let's just keep going, I guess. This way?
Actually, Sigmund, give me a quick perception check.
Perception. Should know the alphabet by now.
16.
It wasn't a 2.
You you hear what sounds like something is like rustling from the trash room. But it sounds like it's something smaller. It doesn't sound like large enough to be like a goblin.
Something large? Did I hear that?
Small.
Large. Oh, smart. Small.
Yeah, Sigmund will have absolutely no interest in that.
Cool. So, yeah, you got the pump in front of you, the pump with empty base, and it looks like you got 2 hallways that lead away from the goblins as well.
I'm gonna peek around this corner.
Okay. You peek around and you see a closed door in front of you.
Okay, I will try the door.
Okay. It opens up, and revealed to you is as you open up the door, you go to like push on it, and you push, and the door like doesn't go, and then you push a little bit harder, and you feel something like move behind the door, and it like slowly pushes over, and you hear something like scraping along the floor, and as you look in, you see that there was like a couch in front of the door, and you just essentially like slid it along to open it up. You see inside there is like it looks like Pinocchio if Pinocchio wasn't wearing any clothing. So like just like wood, you know, like wooden things that are moving with like hands. It has like those Pinocchio gloves on, you know, for like fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And you see on top of where the head should be, you see Hallister Blackcloak's head is on top, and you see he's like pouring like beakers into each other and like stirring things around, and just like and puts on like some goggles and like pours something in, and you see a tiny little like poof explosion, and he takes off the goggles and like pours that in something else, and it like forms into it like solidifies and becomes like jello, and then like crawls out of the beaker and like scooches away on the table, and like you hear it like screaming like ah, ah, as it like, runs off the table.
Oh gosh. Is everything okay in here?
Yep. Terrible and painful magical death. Fireball and lightning bolts. You distracted me. Be gone.
Okay. I just slowly close the door. That was weird. Maybe let's go another way. I'm gonna run over here.
So you're going down south?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me pull this up really quick. Okay. Very cool. So you make your way south. The hallway wraps around and meets at a door down at the end.
Well, I will. I will try this door.
Okay. As you open up the door, you're met with the first thing that you're met with is this smell of like rotting, like burnt flesh and like kind of like emission gases as well. So like when like a truck drives by and you just like get the full whiff of it, that's what it smells like. You see there are tables throughout the room. Let me actually reveal the room to you. So you see there are a couple tables in the room. And there's some odd metal instruments on top of the tables, as well as several loose scraps of parchment with writing on them.
Okay.
By the way, what is anyone else doing when this is happening? So,
yeah.
What is everybody else doing?
Like I'd be following him, kind of looking for the next place to go.
Excellent.
Looks behind.
I am trying to convince the guard, who I've started to call Tim, to tell me what the gossip was about.
He says, "No, it's Tom. You should know me. I'm like the coolest guard there is. Everybody knows who I am. It's Tom. I'm pretty sure you've had to have heard of me."
Oh, Tim, such a jokester. Come on. It's cool. You've been calling me like Chris and Kyle. You know me. It's cool, Zema.
Oh yeah. You and me, just jokesters. Yeah, cool. Cool, because you're so cool. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Oh man, all the guys love how cool you are. That's
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
You remember that? That one battle out at the Blackwood Farm. You know, I saved your life.
Oh,
pretty sure.
Yeah, for sure. You did that thing with your breath, right? Can you do that again? Can you?
Yeah, for sure.
Could you do it right now, actually?
No,
it'd be super cool. Like, like when you saved my life, it would just be cool to like relive that moment. Imagine like, oh no, I'm dying. Like, you should do it. I like it's so great. Or,
I mean, yeah, sure. And I'll just use my breath weapon and point it at just generally away from people.
Yeah. I guess describe what it looks like.
It's kind of just like this bluish, not quite flame, but like this bluish kind of plasma-y sort of texture with like sparks that are crackling throughout it.
Awesome.
In just cone shape.
Super cool.
Very cool.
So this like plasma blue energy like crackles out and like and shoots out everywhere. And it's just like bright flash of light like light up the room briefly. And you see the guard that's like looking at you, you see on his face, he just like looks at you and he's like, oh my gosh, yes! Oh, it's so, oh, I love that. I wish the guys could have been here to see that. And he just starts like laughing. He's like, oh man, oh, jeez. Oh.
I start to laugh with him as I avert my gaze slightly.
Yeah, he says,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
yeah, super cool. Oh.
Good one.
Hey, when we get back up to the surface, let's show the other guys, and I know they'll love to see it. They'll love it.
Yeah, you know, when we get back, sure, but I've got to finish my mission down here. I've got to face my destiny and achieve the greatness I was born to achieve first. But we'll let's pencil that in for sometime next month, maybe.
He go. Oh man, yeah. Oh, that's great. I can't believe that we need to hang out more. I love this. This is so funny. And he like looks to Sigmond and he's like, "Are you seeing this? Like, this is hilarious, right? Like, this is awesome, right?"
It was quite awesome.
Yeah, and super funny. Like, I would say more funny than awesome, though.
I don't understand what's funny about it.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. I guess you have some weird friends here. Shoot. Cool. Sorry. Yeah. Cool. You have some cool friends. Cool. I'm gonna go, and I'll meet you back at the surface. But remember, whenever you're done with finding your destiny. Sorry. Finding your destiny. I can't say it. Whenever you find your destiny, just come back and you got to show the guys. I know, like, Mark and Mike and Matt and Mark would love to see it. They would love that.
You know what? Absolutely. We'll do that. We'll catch you later, Tim.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Oh. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I'll see you up there. And he just like leaves and starts walking away.
I very confidently walk to join the others.
Nice chap.
Yeah, that Tim, he's a bit of an idiot. But, he wasn't the brightest. Like I said, I had to save his life. He just kind of went running in there. Didn't even have his sword buckled on or anything. He just, a real bonehead, that guy.
Hope he makes it past the swarm of angry goblins.
It's quite noble of you to help him so much.
Yeah, I helped everybody out. I was kind of the go-to guy in the city guard. They all looked up to me.
So
well, here's a room.
So also, as you look around, as you're looking at the room and like things, you see that there's writing on the pieces of paper, and you see one word that stands out to you, and it says rate of decay on it, like in big, just it fills up like the whole top, and then there's like a graph on it.
And oh dear. Can we just walk into a radioactive laboratory? Okay, what's the graph look like?
It's a spiral. So it starts in the middle, and it goes out and out and out and out and out.
Alright, do I see any, like, chemical vials or anything?
Why? What are you looking for?
I don't know, like a cube of uranium?
Cool, yeah, give me a perception check. Ooh, nice, 25. Let me think. So, as you look around, you find most of it just honestly looks like nonsense to you. It's actually like, it's a bunch of graphs that are just like, they don't make sense. Like, there's a bar graph that says like accumulation of charge on like the x-axis, and then on the y-axis it says like food consumed, and the bars like aren't just like straight bars. They actually like look like a line graph and just go straight and like parallel with each other. Like there's two lines that just are parallel with each other. The one thing that you do find that makes any sense to you is a piece of paper, and written at the top of it, it says Trenzia's log, and it says day 1 on the front of it. And as you pick it up, you notice there's more writing on the back. On the back, it says, Hallister has granted me this abandoned copper mine in the arcane chambers. Finally, I have access to the components needed for my experiments. And then it just becomes a mess of symbols and letters, and you can't make any sense of it.
Okay, hold on. Let me write down that thing. Can you read it again?
Yeah, Hallister has granted me this abandoned copper mine in the arcane chambers. Finally, I have access to the components needed for my experience. Did I say experiments or experience?
I think experiments.
Experiments, yeah.
Both.
Ah, that's what it felt like.
Do I see any copper?
You do not actually. Actually, you see there's some metal instruments like on the table, and there are some of them look to be made of copper. Yeah. You see as you like pick one up, you see Handsome Dave, you hear Harold next to you. He's like, oh man, just seeing all this copper makes me filled with a deep sense of rage and murderous hate for the copper that killed me and left me to die a most horrible rebirth and die again.
Yeah, Harold, don't worry, man. We'll get you some revenge on those people.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm really looking forward to revenge.
I'm looking forward to seeing you in action.
Yeah, me too. It's been a while. Maybe next time you see somebody, like, if you want, just stab them. You know? Just walk up and stab them.
Me?
Sure. I mean, there's been so much talking, and I'm okay with talking. I like it, but
No, I'm cool. Yeah, I you know that dude Gene, I was gonna stab him, but he seemed like an okay dude, so.
Wait, no, just stab him. Why didn't you stab him?
Oh, we had a discourse, and I fell for the guy. But I if we hadn't, I mean, definitely double stabbed. Totally would have been stabbed.
You're a better man than me. I would have stabbed him. So
We're all better men than you.
that, I mean, case in point,
Hey,
all of you are
hey.
living. So
Oh, we don't need to put Harold down.
no, it's okay. He's right. I am a worthless piece of garbage. No, he's right.
Okay,
You
all
see?
right.
You see?
Seems confident. All right, I'll let it go.
Well, it seems to me that we've reached a dead end.
You do see that the hallway does wrap around.
Alright.
It's not a dead end, River, you idiot. It wraps around up there.
Oh, forgive me.
Yeah, you see, River's mom turns to you, Sigmund, and is like, he misplaces stuff all the time. One time, he forgot his shoes, and I don't know where he left them, but he just came home and he had no shoes. I don't, like, what's that about?
I don't like shoes, Mother.
Yeah, but you wear shoes, you're gonna step on something, and you were out in the forest or in the woods or something. Like, you should wear shoes, right? Right? Am I wrong?
That was the third rule I had to give him, was always wear shoes. He just wouldn't wear shoes.
Oh, so are you writing these rules down, or does he just remember them?
How can I be grounded to the elements if I'm wearing those insulating things on my feet?
Okay, no, you're right. I just mean, if you get a splinter, I feel like that's too much grounding, you know?
He's always going on about elements.
Yeah, it's a little much sometimes, but I love him. He's passionate. You can't hate him for that.
Hey, River's mom. I mean, you seem like cool and like a cool mom and all. I am maybe a little bit worried. Are we not taking you out of this dungeon right now?
Oh.
We're taking you deeper in, River. That's the plan. Mom's going down into the depths of this dungeon.
Well, I guess I should make sure that you're okay with this, Mom. There's something I still need to find. But I can bring you back to the top if you'd like. First. It's up to you. It seems you've learned some spells.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Well,
You're the worst son.
Yeah, how is this on me? Like, I don't really care that much, but felt the need to say something.
I forgot she was here till she started talking.
I mean, okay, well, so I came from home because I missed you a lot. I hadn't heard from you in a while, and I just wanted to make sure you're okay. So I knew that you were coming to the Yawning Portal, coming to Waterdeep. So I figured, I'll go and meet there. And I asked around, and some people said they had seen you, and you were staying at the Yawning Portal. So I went and got a room there. And then in the middle of the night, a bag got put over my head, and next thing I was down here. So the problem is I have your favorite food for you, which you know what that is, right?
Oatmeal.
Yeah, I made oatmeal, and get this, I did something a little different. I don't know if you'll like it. I made 2 batches. I made normal oatmeal just in case, and in the other one, I put cinnamon in it. Yeah, right?
That's my favorite.
So I don't know if it's still there, but I did hide it so none of like the anybody would get it. So, I do feel if you want that, then we can go back. But if you need help here, I'm just here to help. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, here's the thing. It's been a few years since we've seen each other.
Yeah.
I suppose how good are you with magic?
Ooh. What's the scale?
1 to 20?
Oh, 1 to 20. I'd say 1.5. Can I choose 1.5?
Sorry, what?
Can I choose 1.5? Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, yep.
Okay. Yeah, 1.5.
Okay, so 3 on a scale of 1 to 40. Okay. Well, I think you'd be okay on your, well, actually, if we brought you back up, you might just get kidnapped again.
That's true. I didn't think. See, River's smart. He's smart. Isn't he smart, guys? That's his dad. That's his dad's brains right there.
But I have your heart.
Ah. Oh, my sweet boy.
Well, I think, dear fellow travelers, I would like to keep an eye on my mum as we continue to go on our quest. Oh, right. To find another maiden. Deeper.
Well, there's
Down.
strength in numbers, so okay by me.
I'm just
Not
wondering.
to be.
Just wondering
Go
as
ahead.
well. Do you know where this maiden is? How far down are you going?
Well, hopefully to where the rivers and waters flow under the earth.
Oh,
I don't know how far down that is.
Okay. Well, I don't want to how much time, I guess, are you planning on spending in the dungeon?
As long as it takes. Find the maiden, for Sigmond, of course. Oh dear.
Okay, no,
I've had this exact same conversation with my mom.
No, that's fine. I mean, I don't mind. I can stay however long. I will say this. I heard the goblins talking about a 23rd floor of the dungeon. So have you made it further than 2, or is the second floor the furthest down you've gone?
Are we only on the second floor? I thought we were on floor 8 or something.
I think this is the second floor, honey.
No, this is as far as we've got.
Oh, oh yeah, no, okay. Well, no, I'm with you. Yeah, if we need to go down to the 23rd or 7th floor, whatever they said, nope, yep, I'm good, nothing, that's fine, yep.
Well, maybe we can level you up to level 2 at some point.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Yes, very excited about that. No, it's fine. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. You guys keep going. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay. All right, but if we can always go back up to the top. There might be some magic elevator thing that we may have found. So,
Yes.
No.
Magic, and there's magic can do anything, right? Why not a magic elevator? Yeah. No, go ahead. Yeah, keep going. Now I'm right behind you. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Well, I feel like I haven't been perfectly straight with my party here. Dear colleagues of this party, I I'm here to find my dad. I'm here to find my dad. I kind of had a hard childhood. I grew up without my dad, and well, see, he's not exactly how would you say it, Mom?
Corporeal? Is that the word?
Yeah, corporeal.
Yeah. He's unique.
Mhm.
Whimsical, some people said.
Yeah.
I think
I
you
mean,
should
I never
probably
met
just
him.
tell them what he is.
Not a humanoid?
He's a genie. Anyway, I've never met him, and that's the reason I'm down here. And I believe that if I go deep enough, maybe I'll find him.
You never told me any of this.
I was afraid you might not care about that, so well, I just needed someone to come down here and didn't want to go alone, so we teamed up and well, here I am telling you.
What are you hoping to get out of your dear old genie dad when you find him?
I just want to give him a hug. I haven't actually really thought much about. Maybe I'll ask him, like, what's the purpose of my life?
Oh.
I don't know. Oh gosh, I haven't really.
You don't need to, River, when you see your dad, whatever you need to say to him will come to you. It'll be in your heart. And you just, I don't know if it's something you can plan out.
I feel like the hug shouldn't be planned if he's not corporeal.
Oh, that's a good point.
No, that is a good point. It was very hard to hug your father. That was very difficult. You're right.
How did you make a child?
I don't want to. Never mind.
Are you talking like the literal process or
All of it. You met a genie and you got a baby with him? Did you wish for the baby?
Wow, that is
Well, Mom,
a great
you
question.
don't need to share it. Sigmund's a little, he can be a little probing.
I don't know. If River, I'll let River choose. If he wants to tell you, then I've told him the story before. So I'll just say this: when I don't know if any of you met a genie before.
I didn't think they were real till just now.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's a great point. When you do, I guess, meet something that you have heard of but you don't believe to be true, and it finally happens, it's hard to describe what that experience is like. When I met River's father, genies are kind of just like balls of energy that they can't really be contained unless something else contains them. They don't really have. It's just to put it briefly, when they feel something, and they don't always feel something, but when they do feel something, they feel it 100%. So when I met River's father, we fell in love. And it was the most pure love you can possibly imagine. And yeah, out of that came River. I hope that wasn't too much, River. I hope that was okay.
Oh no, I'm smiling and waving. I'm glad to be here.
Meeting your father was amazing, but I will say this. You are the best thing to ever happen to me.
Okay, we're hugging.
Yep, bring it in. Bring it in. Finally, I was waiting. I didn't want to rush it. I didn't want to rush the hug, but I was waiting. And she just gives you a perfect mom hug.
The second worst thing that ever happened to her was being a slave in a goblin den, so it's not a very great scale that you're ranked best on.
Her second favorite thing that's ever happened was she cut the lawn perfectly one day.
Well, I feel my destiny calling me deeper.
Okay, yeah, let's go. I'm with you. Here we go.
Huzzah!
So you see a couple things. This opens up. There's two doorways that you see open up. Or actually, this one leads down to a hallway that way, and you see a door over there.
Okay. Is there anything over? There's a door over here. Oh,
Yes.
Okay. I feel like I've been kind of gallivanty. I'm gonna check the door for traps. Is that a thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you looking to see like how a trap might work, or if there are traps?
If there are traps.
Okay, give me a perception check on the door. 16. You don't notice any traps. The door doesn't appear to be locked either. It appears that it could open. One thing that you do notice is there appears to be a buzzing sound coming from the other side of the door.
Like part of the door, or like in the room behind the door?
From behind the door.
Well, team, I guess I've been selfish. Are you all okay going deeper?
Absolutely. I'm here to find some more magic stuff and hopefully some more treasure.
And like you, I seek my destiny. Onward, I say.
Aren't you kind of worried about your mom going into the dungeon?
Well, I have mixed feelings. I feel like the closer she is, the more safe I'll be able to keep her. I don't think I'm too worried.
Fair enough. Onward we go.
Alright, I will open this door.
Okay. Deal with it. So,
That doesn't look good.
inside, you see that the floor is plated with copper tiles. You see that there are some like tables as well in the room. And as you open the door, you're met with that buzzing noise, and it reaches you louder. And in the middle of the room, there is a floating skull, and out of the skull is sort of buzzing this electrical energy all around it. And the skull says, "Is it just you, or are there more of you?"
Well, there's not more of me, but there's more of the plural, us.
You know what I mean? How many of there are you?
Man, it's hard to keep track.
Okay, 2.
Harold.
Keep coming, everybody in. Now. Go. Hurry, come. We have no time, hurry.
Oh, okay.
Is everybody going in?
Handsome Dave is not immediately going in.
Okay.
This feels like a trap.
What's Sigmond doing?
Is there like electricity arcing around the room right now?
There is not. It's just kind of she's just kind of, or the skull is radiating sort of like electric energy.
I guess Sigmund steps in, I guess.
Okay.
I was gonna say, can I tell if I believe the skull is good or not? If that makes sense.
Go ahead and
Only
make an
one
insight check.
That's an excellent idea. I should have done that.
Okay. Please roll well. 15.
15. There is something definitely wrong with what they are saying. Something's off about it for sure. It doesn't sit well with you, but it honestly could be that they're trying to protect you from something, or it could be that they're trying to trick you.
Okay, Handsome Dave assumes trickery.
Yeah.
And will reach out to try to save from this trickery the closest person to me, which is Harold.
Okay. So do you just have Harold like on arm?
Yeah. I'm just kind of holding him back, going, "Hey, I don't know about this."
Is Harold still tied to me?
I think he was untied for a battle, wasn't he? No, he stayed tied for it.
I thought he stayed tied, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
So, are you holding Harold back?
And if the rope gets tight and he gets pulled in from being far enough away, I'm not going to hold on tight enough to be dragged in myself.
Excellent. And what is Cool doing?
He just walked inside.
Okay.
Didn't even think about it.
You see that River, your mom, comes in too and says, "Oh wow, a floating talking skull! I never would have seen this if I would have stayed at home. I'm so happy that I'm having this experience." And the skull says, "Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of you? Is that everybody?"
Yep.
Okay, excellent. 4 will be good. Okay, let the experiment begin! And the door slams shut behind you. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Nice.
Your mom's about to get liquefied. I hope you're ready for that.
Yeah. Start the next session with, how many HP points do you guys have?
Oh, I forgot to say, you do have you did take a long rest, so take that. Oh, another thing that happens, as the door slams shut, you hear a voice echo kind of like within the room, and it's in the hallway also. And it says, Apologies for the delay. Thank you for reaching level 2. 1,000 experience points rewarded."
Ooh. Was that in addition to what the experience points from last session?
I'm sorry. The word session does not make sense to me. You get 1,000 experience points for finding the second level. I have been programmed to say this. Please don't ask me any more questions, please.
Okay.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session. So, go ahead and add 1,000 XP. We're getting to the second level. Let's do some quick XP stuff for saving River's mom. Everybody played a role in that, right? River, Cool, Sigmond, Handsome Dave. Yeah. Let's just do, each of you take 500 XP for saving River's mom. I'm going to give River 250 bonus XP for that. It probably would have been more, but you were like the most standoffish ever, so only 250.
Part of it was I thought I wasn't sure what was happening. Because I guess Sigmond was talking to her through his brain. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if I was also talking through Sigmund's brain, but
I mean,
anyway,
if you guys want to share thoughts, you can, but gotta figure out how that's gonna be possible.
yeah. Now I realize that it was not another vision, but at the time I thought it was. I had not been paying attention, so.
Cool, Zyma, you can take 250 bonus XP for your interaction with Tim.
Nice.
Let's see. I'm trying to think, Brandon, what did we did something. Oh, yeah, Brandon, you take 500 XP for your classroom experience with Alistair.
I am curious. Is anything I would have said would have been like the right answer to the second question, or maybe I shouldn't ask that?
I just assumed you had insider baseball and you knew you.
That's. That just you've convinced me that I somehow had the right answer to something I've never read before. So good job.
Wonderful. I will. Yes, wonderful. No, you get the 500 XP. That's all you get. No answer, but 500 XP. That's what you get.
Okay, sounds good.
Let me keep some of my secrets.
Oh, you should, because it worked. Whatever you did.
It was. I mean, it was such a good answer. It was such a good answer. I'm trying to think. Segment. Did we have any?
I didn't really do much this
Did we have any
session.
moments? I don't remember.
I've been kind of tired all session.
Yeah, that's okay. But you definitely
you saved a maiden, but
Did?
I guess that's part of the. We already got that.
Yeah, the term maiden here, you guys really got to define what that means, because you're looking for something, and if every woman that you meet is a maiden.
I think it's technically virginity, but it probably just means young woman.
And River, that is your mom, so.
I was born of a virgin.
Yeah, exactly. That could very well be the case.
Archaic, a girl or young woman, especially an unmarried one.
Yeah, she could be younger.
She could be younger.
I think I'm level 5 now. Is that true for other people too?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I think we did it last
You guys were
session.
before? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How close are you to level 6 right now?
I think I'm like a third.
Okay, cool. I'm still getting used to XP, so I'm still trying to track how it all works. Yeah, oh, sorry, what were you saying?
No, what were you gonna say?
I just loved, it's funny because, I mean, props to Ben for, even though that was I really sprung this on Ben, so.
Mom, what are you doing here?
For everything that it was, I think you did really well, actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh.
It got a little.
That's a surprise.
It makes sense to me that you would be so, like, incredulous, because that would be, like, the last thing you would be expecting in the dungeon, would be like, oh yeah, my mom's here. That's what I was, yeah, this is a normal thing that totally would make sense right now.
Right. Like, I'm looking for a parent, but not that one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just getting sadder and sadder.
Poor mother.
I'm looking for a parent, but the wrong one.
Well, no, not because I don't like her.
Ugh. Mom!
Not because I don't like her.
It got a little too.
Because I like her so much, I don't want her to be in a dungeon.
So you kept her here?
So you didn't take her out of the dungeon.
Well, I can just.
No,
Maybe,
I
like-
totally see what you're saying. Because if she was kidnapped outside the dungeon, that means outside the dungeon is just as scary.
Nowhere safe. It's a dangerous world.
Not necessarily. If someone kidnaps you and takes you to a dungeon, then outside is just as scary as dungeons are.
Hey, she didn't mind being held captive. She was fine with it.
Yeah, but I almost think we probably should have left her there.
Yeah. What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, it's pretty clear
We're not
what
gonna
the
have to wait
worst
very
is.
long to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe River will have some sense knocked into him in the next few seconds.
I just actually
The
want to
next
say,
few seconds.
generally, everybody did really well with some improv stuff today. Really well done by everyone. For like even Cool Zyma, like Bryan, when we talked about like with Tim. You know, well, good job on improving that. Handsome Dave with the classroom, and yeah, I thought that was great. And Jameson, I think it was nice. I liked the way you handled this session, because last session your character had such a big moment, you know, like it was great that you shared it. I thought that was really, really well done by you. Because I know when I play D&D, I want to be really selfish, and I need to learn not to be as selfish.
I saw God. Yeah.
I didn't like Tim. Tim's a douchebag.
Yeah, Tim's a total bro.
Bryan handled that perfectly. That was beautifully done. Well played.
Yeah,
We'll find out. I promise you that is not the end of that, at least like that story arc. That's not where that ends.
oh good, because Tim's gonna see how awesome Cool is for sure.
Well, I don't know if I'd hold your breath for Tim seeing it, but
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be super receptive to it.
yeah.
Yep.
Well done, everybody. Really, I had a lot of fun.
Thanks for running the session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
It's good to get back into it. I'll probably try to do something this upcoming week. So Just be on the lookout, I guess.
Cool. Night, guys.
All right, see y'all later.
Good night.